In this tutorial, I will show you how to set up and configure VPN, our virtual private network. What a VPN is, it extends a private network across a public network, let's say the internet, which then enables a computer to send and receive data across the shared or public networks as if it were directly connected to a private network, while of course benefiting from the functionality, security and management policies of that private network. Alright, now we'll go down to add rules as usual. We're going to hit next, and for this one we will be selecting our network policy and access services. Hit next. Hit next again after this short amount of reading. From here we will select routing and remote access services. Upon checking that box, the two other boxes below will be checked. So we will leave them as is. And as you can see over on this side, routing and remote access services provides remote users access to resources on your private network over a virtual private network or dial-up connections. Hit next. Then after that we're going to just hit install. After installation we hit close. Minimize this. You click on start, administrative tools, and we will scroll down to routing and remote access. Now we're going to notice that the KServe local has a red down arrow, means it's not configured, so we're going to configure it now. We're going to right click and we're going to select configure and enable routing and remote server access. We're going to hit next, and for this one we will select custom configuration. Hit next. We will select VPN access. Hit next again and finish. We're going to just click on start service here. After a couple pop-ups, you're going to see that the KServe local with the red down facing arrow will change to green. And just hit finish here, and there we go. Upon clicking the plus sign, what we will see is a list of other options such as the ports and network interfaces. But what we'll be concerned about really is the ports as we set up our VPN. Let's click on it, and here you'll see a wide range of all the ports that can be accessed with a VPN or VPN connections here. All of them are currently set to inactive, and when we actually set up the VPN, the one that we are using, particular one we are using, will change from inactive to active. We're going to click on start, and we're going to go back to Active Directory users on computers. What we have to do here is to edit one of the profiles so that it allows access to join the VPN. We have our template here from before, so I'll just right click on that, properties. I'll go straight to dial-in and make sure that under network access permissions, make sure that under network access permissions, allow access radio button is selected. Hit apply and then OK, and then we'll go to our Windows 7 client to set up the VPN itself. Right, so I have brought up my Windows 7 client, and we'll set up the VPN credentials here. So you're going to go to Start, Network. We will open up our Network and Sharing Center, and we're going to come down to Connect to a Network. And we'll go to set up a new connection or network. We'll select Connect to our workplace, hit Next, and we will select Use my internet connection. We will select I'll set up the internet connection later. We will type in our server's IP address here, 192.168.0.1, and we'll just give this a name here, KZ VPN. That'll be, well, KZ stands for KR Zone. That's my domain name. You can type in whatever you want here, but once you give it a name, it's optional. You can leave it as VPN connection. After that, we'll hit Next, and we'll enter in the user which will log in onto the VPN. So for this, I'll use my administrator. And password. Now, if it is you are connecting to your VPN and you're unsure of what password you typed in, you can also always click Show Characters. Now you're gonna see here my password has an extra digit to the end. This is because the server prompted me to change the password. After a particular amount of a time, you'll need to change the password every so often. But ensure that you just make this a quick check, because you don't want other people to see your password. So uncheck as soon as you verify that it's correct. You can type in your domain here, but it's optional. After that, just click Create. You'll get the prompt. You need to set up your internet connection before you connect, but that's quite alright. Hit Close. From here, we'll select our Change Adapter Settings, and you will see that we've created the new VPN here. What you'll do is to right click, go to Properties. You'll be given some options. Ensure that your VPN is either set to automatic or point-to-point tunneling protocol. Depending on what you are doing, you can select the others. If you need other users of this particular computer to log on to the VPN, you should check this box. If not, leave it unchecked. Everything else should be as is. So we just hit OK, double click on it, and we need to enter in our password again, or username and password actually. Alright, so let's put it enter @ssw0rg1. Our domain, it's chaoszone.com. The field is set to caps, so regardless if you press caps lock on or off, it's still going to connect like that. And some magic is happening here, and there you go, connected via the VPN. Now with this, as it's connected here, I will bring back up my server, and to show you that the VPN is running, I'll hit Start, go to Routing and Remote Access, where we were before. I'll click the plus sign, and I'll go to Ports. Just maximize this here. And these are all the ports here that we should be connecting to, or what we could use to connect. So I'll just hit on Status here just to sort it, and you'll see that this is the WAN port, or the WAN mini port that we are connecting to with our VPN. The status here is active. If we were to create another VPN, there will be another one switch from active to inactive. And this was my tutorial for configuring and setting up a VPN network.